Hey guys, Artillery Boy here, and today we're going to be doing another gas mask review. Today, as I said, about heading to Czech, we're going to be doing the Czech CM3. Let us begin. Just like the M10, the CM4, these masks, alongside with that, are the most common mask in the surplus market. Will the mask be great? And there are multiple copies of this mask exist. Let's start off with the history of the mask, and we're going to do the filter of it. Let's begin. During the 1962, to be exact, this mask first appeared at that time, like up until of 1974, when it's been replaced by the CM4. These masks were used as civil defense masks. That's about it. Now, let's get to the filter and the mask itself. Now, we got the filters themselves. Now, these two... Now, I have... This one's from the CM3 and this one's from the CM4. These are MOF filters. These were made in 1970s through 1990s. These were in cardboard boxes wrapped in wax paper. So that's what they are. Now, you get the stamps right in here. The one I have from the CM3 is one 1975, and that has an 004 there. 1975. D12 MOF2. And you got the stamp right on there. There's no stamp on the top. And there's a stamp right on here. This one says D13. You can't really see the 13 there, but this one I have on the CM4 have a D31. If the camera can pick up, oh, yep, the camera can pick, yep, there it is. Yeah, well, this one, on the other hand, has a 404, and this one's a 1984 MOF4. D4. Now, I heard that these do not contain asbestos, but since these two, I don't really think I would recommend you use the filters. The one I have from CM3 have a 1975, so that's out of the question, not really safe to use. Meanwhile, this one's 1984, so again, filters don't last forever. So that would be 2014. Well, this one's like 2005 would be the last usage of it. So these are not going to be good to use. They will contain asbestos. So let's get to the meat and potatoes of the video, the mask itself. Now, the mask itself, the face piece itself, this one has, this one's made in 65, F16, and the size, this one's a 3. And it has the same thing, but except for having the 65, it's not there. Now, it is made by the same material as the CM4, so that's another thing. And of course, you got the lens, the eyepieces, with the made of glass, made of aluminum, and of course, the entire X-Helve inlet assembly, or the filter area, is made of bakelite. Yep, bakelite. The ones mostly made from bayonets. Of course, you got the flapper piece out of it. This one, you could just screw it off. Thus, you can see the flapper piece in there. And that's the exhale valve. And that's where you can put the filter in there. These are 40mm GOST filters. And of course, it has a 6-point head harness with a neck strap. These are made of elastic. Oh no, not elastic. A little bit of elastic. Made of cotton. with the rubber tips on them. Inside of the mask, alongside with this, you got, so the entire air would come in, go here, and then you got the exhale valve going out there. This one has stamps on there, all around the mask. Yeah, I mean really all around the mask. And now we go test the mask. Now, just like the other masks that I have, or the Czech Republic masks, they do have this here. Maybe some of my masks have this. The ones I have, a couple of my M10Ms, or M10 and M10M did not, or I think just the only M10 have this, except for the other two, which... So, let's go begin testing this mask and see if I like it or not.
So this is what it sounds like when you wear the mask on.
Now, we could talk about the pros. I think the pros on the mask is actually okay for construction at its time. But the cons, and we can definitely know, is the drinking straw. And the... it's just like every Soviet mask. This thing this piece here, the flapper piece, if you actually use the C420 as I tested, it's not really the best for... Most of these Soviet masks are not really good for the blower. But the construction really outweighs more than the cons. So the final verdict on it, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10. Yes. Now, I think it's an okay mask. And now we get to the most confusing thing about this particular mask. Now, and it's mostly from distributors, the people, who sell these masks. They're called as the Model Z of all things. Yeah, the Model Z. And not by its real name, the CM3. I'm not sure why. Where's the A? Model A through Y? I'm not sure. It's just another one of these that they just trying to sound a little cooler. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, did that Model Z kind of hype the mask more? I'm not sure. Now, it's not like, the French mask that decided to call it as a Polish MP5. Yeah, that type of mask. So, it's not really confusing. Well, there's actually kind of an interesting thing about it. There's also a copy variant of him. And, yeah, they do have copies of it, including the Polish one. There's one in beige color, which I need to grab that. Yes, there's also a Polish copy of it, but that's about it. Yeah, they do exist. So, now that wraps up the CM3. Tune in next time when we're going to be taking a look at the CM4. Make sure you like and subscribe the video. I'm Artillery Boy, and I'm signing out.